how efficient is the income that you're generating? The goal, obviously, is trying to get as efficient income as possible.
So, it being December, near Christmas here, 2024, top of mind with the holidays is kind of that preparation and planning, whether it's mentally or actually kind of getting your ducks in the row. What would be kind of your recommendations for people to be doing to get their financial ship right heading into 2025?
Yeah, so this is one of my favorite parts of the year because I always plan for the next year ahead. So, always try and figure out from an income standpoint how efficient is the income that you're generating. And look at the allocation of the portion of your income that's coming either from a W-2, a 1099, or a K-1. The goal, obviously, is trying to get as efficient income as possible. And then the second part of it is where do you then position that capital that you've earned efficiently and generated efficiently? Where do you position it efficiently? And of course, and I'm a very big proponent of infinite banking, using mutual life insurance companies. That's one of the best ways and the most efficient ways to position capital. And then other investments. Where can you deploy capital right now efficiently, especially with regards to this part of the market cycle? And of course, the preferred lending strategy, I'm a big fan of that. And right now is a perfect time to do private lending in this part of the market cycle. And then you've got to protect everything legally too, right? So tax strategy, asset protection, estate planning, review all of those things. And then those three areas, how can I generate more efficient income? How can I position it more efficiently? And how can I deploy it more efficiently?
No, that's spot on, and appreciate your take on those. So, if anyone wants to talk to MC or his team about any of the above, specifically kind of what you could be doing with your money heading into the next year, feel free to reach out at ninja@vipfinancialeducation.com. We'll go ahead and drop that link below. Be sure to include your first, your last name, and the best contact phone number to be reached at, and they will reach out to you, answer all of your questions, of course. So, in closing here, just in that same vein, we were talking about kind of planning ahead for 2025. Went ahead and pulled up a list for the 10 most searched financial topics at the end of the year. Now, I'm not going to go through all of these, but I'm going to hit on a couple of them that you have not touched on right now and just kind of give me your short take on them. I'm just going to kind of rapid fire some of these if you don't mind. So, health insurance, a hot topic right now. If you want to give your take on the open enrollment stage right now.
Yeah, I mean, there's obviously different strategies for investors with health insurance than folks that are employed. Obviously, if your employer offers that is kind of a no-brainer. If you are self-employed or you're a business owner, there's a lot of different strategies. We've had folks in our network use health share companies, which can reduce your health insurance costs significantly. And then also look at all the different options. My strategy with health insurance is to get a plan with the highest deductible, and the savings between what I would have paid for the best available plan and my current plan. That all goes into my own banking system, my infinite banking system. So to build up those reserves. So when you have very high deductibles, if you have a catastrophic event that happens to you that requires you to get medical care, then you've got a fund already with cash in there to pay the high deductible, and in the meantime, you get to save all of the premiums that you would have paid just straight to the health insurance companies.
Sure. Okay. Next one would be investment and retirement accounts. Should people kind of increase that or should they lower that? I think I may know the answer here, but that is one of the top 10.
Yeah, so I am not a proponent of those. If folks are employed and you do not have a financial strategy, someone else will give you one, and that's the other one. So if you don't have a financial strategy, that's your default one, right? I don't like anything default by default in life. So no, I don't have those. I don't believe in those. I don't like to play in the sandbox of the government. So I stay away from their vehicles.
Yeah, I agree. And last but not least, certainly you're a professional investor. I always like to know what you're getting involved in. What are your investment strategies going into 2025 that people may say, that might be a good angle for me or a good route for me to follow?
Yeah. So what I'm personally doing is investing in myself, investing in my family and in my business first. And then I look at other ancillary opportunities and also asymmetric opportunities. So, obviously things that are in line with my business from the ancillary opportunities, and asymmetric things that are a little bit different and unique at a different part of the market cycle, where if you know what you're doing, especially in those asymmetric opportunities too, well, the more that you know what you're doing, the less the risk is.
Can you make a distinction between those? So you're saying asymmetric just for our channel followers?
Yeah, so asymmetric opportunities is like opportunities with high upside potential, great high returns that they're that not a lot of people are looking at or even considering, right? So usually when asset prices are so depleted and so low, that's an asymmetric opportunity because everybody's saying it's dead, it's done. Like real estate in 2009, 2010, where literally the mainstream media was publishing that real estate is dead. It's
Forever.
never going to be a great place to warehouse wealth. It's a pretty big asymmetric opportunity at that stage if you just came in and bought up as much real estate as you can. Well, one of the asymmetric opportunities that I've seen that's out there, and I've come to realize this having discussions with you, is the preferred lending one. Not a lot of people understand the markets, and especially the high-end markets. Not a lot of people are seeing opportunities in those high-end markets. You still have a lot of money sitting on the sideline. So if you're in a market where there's a massive demand still for a product and you can be involved in a business providing that product for the market and participate, I think there's a lot of upside potential there.
No, couldn't agree more. And that's where I'm obviously investing a lot of time, energy, and money myself at this point. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and wrap here. So, if there were one kind of parting shot or parting statement you could make, what would it be?
Yeah, so I'm very optimistic about the year coming in, and very, very, very excited. One of the things that I personally do too is I look at de-risking all areas of business and investing for myself. And there's a lot of different ways that you can actually do that. So business owners, for example, when you look at a business owner and you look at their net worth, it's fascinating to see that sometimes they have 90% or more of their net worth tied up in their business, with only 10% outside of their business, right? Which is fascinating. There's a massive risk there too. Why is there a risk? Well, if you look at the statistics, about businesses and using a business as an exit for retirement, which a lot of people are talking about right now, especially with all of the baby boomer business owners trying to sell businesses. Well, 70% of businesses listed never sell. And if you do generational transfer, this is fascinating, but only 30% of businesses get transferred from the first generation to the second generation. From the second generation to the third one, only 12%. So there's ways to de-risk that whole business owner's portfolio. I look at that personally. And then also I look at risk management in all areas of my life for myself, my family, my business, and my investments. So that's another one thing that I definitely want to make sure that we share too, is a big part of investing is playing very good defense before you play really good offense. So that's another thing in planning for 2025 that I would share with all of your viewers.
Appreciate that. We always love having you on. Just super insightful. You're such a wealth of knowledge that we've just been so fortunate enough to have this great relationship where we're able to bring you on here. We get great feedback from our channel followers about the value that you bring to the table and to the channel, and we hope we can have you on here again soon to catch up. So aside from that, Merry Christmas. Hope you and your family have a great and a safe one. And until we see y'all on the next video, take care and God bless. Thank you.
Take care.